Hopefully you all will come back. I can't believe I did that. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know what? Things happen. I was talking about membership. I'm going to wait and see if you guys join. Um, so if you want to join, go to MarilynAloria.com membership and join because it's really phenomenal. Uh, I can't believe I did that. I hit stop broadcast. Spirit wanted me to stop the broadcast. Okay, so I'm going to give it a little bit of time because I do want to do the Q&A and I want to see if people join back in, and they're coming back in. Woohoo! Come back in. Wow, never thought I'd do that. Come on in, come on in. Join, join, join. Oh, you know what I can do? Hold on a second. Okay. All right, you guys are starting to join. Sorry about that. You know, things happen, and that's what I did. So I really believe in my program, and I really hope that you check it out and stay on my list because there's going to be more things. So I am going to do Q&A now, and so if you have a question, type it into the chat room so I can answer your questions. And again, so sorry about that. You know, it's funny. I'm part of a class. I'm going to talk while you guys are joining. That does webinars, and it's funny because you'll see up there, it's with Amy Porterfield, she's great, and you'll see up there how people will talk about the things that they did that went wrong, and it just happens. I'll share this on the class thing because it just happens. I don't know why I'm not hearing you chat, so I want you to chat. So definitely write in, make sure this is open. Yeah, it's open. So ask your questions. Oh, 6 live. Okay. People are joining back in. Oh my goodness. I hope you can write in. You should be able to. Here. Oh, this is going to stink. Oh, there it is. Yay! Gina, I wanted to ask you what is holding me back from hearing animals or what I should be doing as a career. Donna, could you send out an email and tell everybody how to hit the webinar button again? Sorry about that, guys. Gina. You know, what I feel like you need to do, Gina, that may help you to hear animals is to stick the animal in your heart. So if you're working with a dog or working with a cat and there's something that you want to hear from them, I would close your eyes and put their energy into your heart and not worry so much about hearing, but focus first on feeling what you're feeling from them and put that into words. And then I would work with clairvoyancy. I would work with what they're showing you. Maybe they're showing you something. And then I would work on putting that to words. But work with the feeling first. So that would be good. What you should be doing as a career, I feel like you already know, Gina. I feel that animal communication is good for you. I feel like coaching is really good for you, some type of life coaching. You also have a little bit of a teaching line in you as well. I'm getting quiet because I want to just hear what they're saying. I feel like it's like a coaching type of thing, Gina. I want to know what you want to do coaching wise, and then I want to go further with that. And since there's nobody on because I screwed up, do that. Check out what the coaching thing is. Okay. Sky, starting to get more from my guides, colors, particularly, can you give me more specifics on what they want me to know? You know what, Scott? I feel like with you, it's got a little bit of channeling energy. It feels like you're supposed to really engage their energy and start, like I would suggest to you to automatic write, to write things out that are just coming through. I'd like you to write the colors out that you see and what they mean to you. It doesn't necessarily mean like I said, my friend Leslie Sloan, she does color healing and she's got a big array of what colors mean. So I would definitely check her out. Her last name is Sloan. I think it's E. It's funny, I always know how to spell her last name. For right now, I can't. But it feels to me like you need to channel what these colors mean. You need to contact spirit and just trust. Again, I would go with that automatic writing and just allowing anything to flow through you that way. Like blue, like right away, Sky, what does blue mean to you? Write that in since nobody's in. I can't believe I did this. I feel awful that I did this. I'll get over it. Gina, you do sense, feel, and know. That's great. Gina, I want to know what's a passion of yours. So write in what a passion of yours is because I want to coach you on this. Renee says, hi, dear Marilyn. I lost my job in September, and I've been struggling to find new work and keep my head above water. What type of work do I need to focus on being in abundance and fulfillment? Renee, I actually feel like there's two different things here. I feel like you need to focus on a bridge job, something that's just going to bring in. See, the problem, I feel like you're not getting work because you don't want to just get a job that's just a job. But spirit may be guiding you to get a job that's just a job to pay the bills while you really go for your heart's desires. But I feel like your heart desires, which I'll get specific about in a minute, is more making money so that you could study a little bit more, so that you could be ready to go out in those heart desires. So I feel like for you, I actually feel like you have teaching ability too, because they're talking a lot about teaching for me. And I feel like you need to, it's probably hard to spend money right now, but maybe bring in some flowers from outside, because I feel like flowers are speaking to me right now for you, especially lilies. I don't know what lilies mean. You're going to have to look up the symbolic meaning of lilies. And I feel like you are mourning like an old part of yourself, and you need to release the old part of yourself and know that that's no longer who you are. But just because you're going to get a job that pays the bills does not mean that you're going to do that for the rest of your life. I feel like you have to get in touch with, you need to do my goal book. You definitely need to do my 360 book. You need to get in touch with journaling more so that you can clear out the cobwebs that are in your heart, because it feels to me like you put the light out in your heart of what you truly, truly want to do. I feel like you have a very empathic side to you that picks up people's energies and emotions. And sometimes that's a little bit too much and a little bit too painful. I do feel like there's an interest in kids. So whether you're helping kids or guiding kids, and it doesn't have to be a preschool age, but it's kids that are gifted. It's bringing kids out because the kid inside of you didn't get to live the life that you wanted to live. So it feels to me like we're bringing more of that out with play, with fun, with joy. If you can look into substitute teaching, I don't know where you live, maybe that would be a way of bringing in money. Because I feel like Spirit wants to take the tightness away from the money situation so that you can grow into the being that you want to be. So let me know what you feel about that, honey, okay? Blue is a soothing color for you, Sky. That's great. Also expansive. So Sky, I want you to really write down all the colors, and I want you to write down what they mean to you. Maybe that's why I couldn't get, Leslie's one of my closest friends, and I always know her last name. Do that, and that's going to help you to communicate better. Donna has, I really love the romance angels and channel them easily, but I block the answers to when I'm going to meet my twin flame in person. How do I get over the blocks for my own questions? Can you see anything? Yeah, I can, Donna. Donna, I feel like part of the issue here is that you're putting it in twin flame. Twin flame, as you know, is loaded, sweetie. And it's loaded in the sense of there's a soulmate and there's twin flame. They're separate from me. So it's not to say that you're not going to meet your twin flame, but it feels to me like there's so much, like you said to your soul, I don't want to just meet anybody anymore. I want to meet the one. There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like you're holding it in a way that is not allowing that person to come in. It's almost like blocking them a tiny bit, sweetie, because you are holding what they're meant to be, who they're meant to be for you. And you've got to just get into the energy, okay, the energy of love for yourself. What is it? Because I do feel like that person's coming in. But I'm going to tell you everything they're showing me, honey, because I don't want to scare you. They're showing me a little block in front of your heart. It's not that your heart's closed off and blocked. It's just that you don't want to be disappointed anymore with love relationships, that you're so over it and fed up, that you don't even trust that that actual person exists. You're afraid that they may exist focused more energetically, because our twin flame, we come into this world with our twin flame energy, but like, I don't necessarily know that I'm going to meet my twin flame in this lifetime, and I'm okay with it. But some people aren't. And I feel like the people that aren't okay, I know I'll meet a soulmate, but there's some people that aren't okay with it. That means that you're supposed to meet that person. You're supposed to be with that person. That's what I feel like. I feel like that. So I feel like for you, what Spirit wants you to do is to allow them to show up, to be more about the love that you want to bring in for yourself. Keep being that person, and then that you'll attract in that twin flame. I don't get a long time off for you. I feel like you've been doing a lot of work in that area, and it's really, really good. All right. Carolyn, my beloved cat came through 2 surgeries like a trooper. Now she's been licking her healed incision and is irritated. Licking's not good. People think that licking is good when an animal is hurt, but it's not, Carolyn. The vet warns me to put a hoodie on her and ointment on her for a week. You have to do it, sweetie. She hates me to put hoodie on her. How do I give her antibiotics so she'll cooperate more? This is what I feel. I'm not an animal communicator, so I'm not going to go out. Sometimes I do get animal information. It does come through. I have studied it, but I don't definitely go out in the world saying, Spirit said not to say that. Spirit said that I'm opening up to it. Okay. Carolyn, you're feeling guilty. Don't feel guilty. The hoodie is good for the cat. The cat's going to get used to it. It's going to take maybe 24 hours, but he's going to get used to it. It's going to be better for him so that he heals. And he'll allow you to give the antibiotics and the ointment that you need to give. This is about you're so empathic towards animals that you're carrying the pain of your animal. But what we do is we project on our animals what we think they're feeling. And the cat's showing you that he doesn't want to be constricted, just like you don't want to be constricted ever. You wouldn't want the cone of shame on you either. But they're reminding me of my cat, Mirrodin, who's the one that wanted to go out in the beginning of this webinar, who can be a little bit troublesome. And they said that it's like that. When I put the hood on Mirrodin, the thing on him, he was very, oh my goodness, it was, wow, whew, that was difficult. But then he got used to it and he healed, and he was a totally different cat. And it was really great. So do that for your cat, sweetie. And I feel like your cat's going to get better. But in 2 weeks' time, in a week, you're going to see it. In 3 days, you're going to see it. And then in 2 weeks' time, he's going to be better. I love T. This is Lotus, coaching and writing. I'm needing money after not working for quite a while now. I'm also super craving to get away out of the country. I want to reinvent myself in my life. I welcome help with my self-worth and self-esteem. I don't know if for me to move forward, I must do it solo. Well, I love that you know what you love, Lotus, that you love tea and coaching and writing. And I want you to really incorporate that into your life this year. I feel like you have to take a little bit of the advice I said to, I can't remember who it was, about getting a job. Donna? No, it was Renee, about getting a bridge job so that you have the money to do what you want to do freely. I feel like you are reinventing yourself, so I don't feel like there's a want in there. I feel like you're already reinventing yourself, and you need to give credibility to that. I feel like with you, you're going to benefit a lot from a gratitude list, doing a gratitude list at night, and knowing what makes you feel really, really good. I also feel like, I love what you're saying about coaching, writing, and tea, and you may even do stuff with herbals, and you might have done stuff with herbals before in your lifetime. So I would suggest that you continue to do that. You do some work on your self-esteem. You find ways to make money now while you grow your business, because that's going to help with your self-esteem a lot right now. I get you in white. They show me you in white, and they show me you almost like a healer, and you've been a healer before in other lifetimes, and a very peaceful person that may have not been always received. And you didn't fight back. Like, people might have thrown rocks at you, but you were such a peaceful person that you didn't fight back. And that's gotten confused in this lifetime with self-esteem. And what they're asking you is to be the powerful healer you know how to be, and to know that you can still be peaceful and still be powerful at the same time. And that you don't have to handle getting rocks thrown at you in order to be the powerful person that you are. You're not going to have that experience again. So you need to heal that side of you that thinks that you have to be beaten in order to be different. And just keep doing, the way to heal things sometimes is to just keep doing the opposite, doing the positive things, doing the writing, doing the journaling, doing the meditating, putting your writing out there. Now you can put your writing out. Another thing I'm going to be teaching in membership, putting your writing out there now so that you can just live what it is. Okay, I'm going to do a few more and then I do have to go. Gina, I am also a Reiki master, but I prefer to be around animals, so I'm an empath. My passion is to be able to hear voices and see spirits so that I can help the animals with their owners. Also, recently I've been wanting to paint. I feel like you're not trusting your work, Gina. That's what I feel. I feel like you're waiting to hear when you already have gifts of clairvoyancy, gifts of feeling. And I feel like your hearing is going to open when you work with your other gifts. And I feel like Spirit's almost saying to you, like, why are we waiting for yet another thing when you already have what you already need to have? And I feel like you're just not trusting it enough. And the way to trust it is to do it. You don't wait for trust to come to do it. You do it, and then the trust comes. So I really feel like it's not that you're not going to hear voices. I feel like that's going to open up for you in 2016. But I do feel like you have to work with the animals. I also suggest you work with your painting with helping animals and their clients. You may want to draw a painting that helps them to heal with their, like if I'm having issues with my cat and I come to you, you may want to paint something for me so that when I'm not in your energy, your healing energy, I'm still carrying that healing energy with me to remind me of our session and what we need, what I need to do with my animal and what I have already available inside of me. June, that's a big question. Can you tell me what my guides say I need to be doing with the rest of my life? I can't tell you what your guides are going to say for the rest of your life because your life is going to continue to shift and change. I will say that I heard living authentically for yourself, living your truth for yourself. I did hear that you need to pay attention to hearing. You need to pay attention to your own truth of how you speak to yourself. I feel like when you wake up in the morning, you have to notice what's the first thing you say to yourself. Do you speak to yourself well? Do you knock yourself down? Do you beat yourself up? You need to do that. I feel like you also need to breathe, do some breathing exercises, a little bit of yoga, it feels like to me. I'm trying to get your career. And it's not yet fully known because there's other things that needs to happen. They are telling me, I know you're not going to agree with it. You may not agree with this. To shape things with your hands, to play with things with your hands, whether it's molding clay or arranging flowers, because the doing things with your hands and creating art with your hands allows you to get out of your head and gets you more into your body and your soul, and the answers will come much clearer to you. I don't know if you do any work with horses, honey, but read about horses because they're showing me horses. You're clairvoyant too because they're using a lot of my clairvoyancy. Okay, I'm going to take one more. Carolyn, well, I'll take a couple more. I know that my calling is doing my art. It is my avenue to spirit. Why do I fight what I know is my calling? Because when I do it, I get so joyful and whole. I know I so need to do this, and my cat always wants me to have her pet her in my studio. She's been trying to help me get into my wonderful studio. Carolyn, the reason why you're not doing it is because there's a habit in there that it's almost like we almost go towards misery, or we do the thing that's not good for us because that's what we know, and we won't get disappointed then because we know that if we do it, there's a possibility of disappointment. If we do it, there's a possibility of being seen. There's a possibility of being success. Carolyn, I'd ask you to ask yourself, how are you at receiving love? How are you at receiving attention? And I feel like you need to do a little work around that it's safe to receive love. It's safe to receive attention. And I feel like that's why you're not going into your studio and doing the painting, because you like doing the painting in and of itself, but people seeing it is a whole other thing. So you stop yourself. You're almost stopping the cart before the horse, putting the cart before the horse, and you just need to get in there and paint. You also need to be disciplined and make a time to do it no matter what. And even if you're feeling miserable, you got to go into your studio and paint because it's habit. It's shifting habits and changing habits. Erin, hey Marilyn, I don't know what to really ask or where to start really. Would like to know if I'm doing work on myself and bettering myself. I do. Erin, you're showing up here. You came back on after I knocked everybody off. I definitely feel like you're working on yourself. I feel I don't know who you are, but they're telling me that there's a softness about you lately, that there is an energy that's been shifting, especially over the past year and a half, 6 months. They said especially 6 months and especially August as well. There must have been something that happened. So I do feel that you are working on yourself. And what I need to do to be happier and have a great job that pays for the things I love to do and freedom to do so. Is that going to be happening? One thing I want you to shift in that awareness is that the things that you love to do are your job. They're the things that you can be making money from. So I feel like you need to focus on that, know that that can be a possibility for you, that you don't have to accept the life that's been given to you, that you can live the life that's in your heart and soul, and that you can live from the inside out. So what I would have you do is do the souls list. Go to my YouTube page and look for the souls list under psychic games and exercises and do that and really start living that, honey. Also take a look at The Artist Way, the book, and start doing that. But I feel like you're very much on, well, you have 1 foot on your path, 1 foot a little bit off, but it's like you're hopscotching. It's only because you're not fully trusting it. And so if you work on trust more, it's going to continue to open up for you. And what do I need to do to be happy and have a great job? They're two separate things. Again, having a job that pays for the things is not the same thing as what your soul is desiring. Your soul is desiring work that really feeds your soul. For me, you have a very prolific way to you, and you also have a very intuitive way of reading people, of really knowing what people need. How you give what they need or give healing to what they need, I'm not really sure what that is just yet. Sometimes they won't let me know until you know something about yourself. But I would say this, that try to separate the two things. Find the job that pays the bills. When I worked for like NBC Olympics, it was such a great experience. I was miserable most of the time, but NBC treated me amazing. The money was amazing. The hours were amazing. I was able to do all I wanted to do part-time. Outside of the office, I mean. So it really was one of the most incredible bridge jobs I had, and I was very grateful to them. So that's what you're looking for, is a bridge job. Okay. So I don't think that I missed anybody. Oh, you're welcome, Lotus. Bernadette. I missed Bernadette. What do I need to focus on this year? Love, Bernadette. Love for yourself. Love for nature. Love in a simple cup of tea. What brings love? What takes away love? Where love is for you? Where it isn't? How you love yourself? How you don't love yourself? That's what they're saying to me. I hope that helps, Bernadette. Yes, I did get your book, Bernadette. Thank you so much. Now I know who you are. Listen to what I just said without knowing who you are, because I know that you're a very expansive being. And notice how love is going to take you further and take you out even more into audiences. Bernadette wrote a book. Bernadette, you can put your book title in this. I know there's not everybody on here. I'm sorry. But put your book title in there, sweetie, and let people know your book so that they can get it. I'm all about sharing. That's what membership's about, all about sharing. Suzanne, me. Loving me is very hard. Any thoughts where I could start easily? Yeah, it's a great question, Suzanne. First thing that I would have you do is what I told somebody else to do. You're welcome, Bernadette. Is to, and thank you for your book, is to, as soon as you wake up, Suzanne, the first minute you wake up, you're probably not speaking to yourself very well. You're probably like, I'm tired. Why am I getting up? It sucks. I suck. Why did I eat all that food last night? Whatever it may be. And you want to change those thoughts right away. You want to say, I'm amazing. You want to use the I ams. I am wonderful. I am loving. I am prosperous. I'm abundant. I am beautiful. You want to do that right off the bat. I'd also suggest to you, Suzanne, so another simple exercise is to get some affirmations that you love, whether you write them or somebody else's, and put them in your phone and set your phone for every 3 hours, or set it for every hour and read those affirmations to yourself. And do that. I'd like you to do it till the end of the year. So do it till the end of the year, okay, Suzanne? And then let me know on my on my Facebook page how you're doing. All right, guys. Oh, and Bernadette's book is Fulfillment, The Power of Compassion by Bernadette Romero. Fulfillment, The Power of Compassion. That's Bernadette's book. That's what I do in membership, guys. I share your gifts. It's not about me. It's about me teaching you, guiding you, expanding you, and then letting you get your stuff out there to my audience, which is great. All right, everybody. I'm so sorry I knocked you guys off. Thanks for coming back on. We lost quite a few people there. Make sure you stay on my list. Make sure you do the ebook because there's going to be a lot more stuff happening. So thank you so much. Much love to all of you. And thank you. Just thank you for all your support and all your love. It really, really, really touches my heart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Bernadette. Thank you so much. Thank you.